a movie trailer voiceover guy.
This is so cool. Wait.
For 2 best buds, 1 amazing package changed their lives forever.
I've covered a lot of regular show, that is not secret. Almost like 80 hours of my channel is probably just regular show. I've talked about the movie, the episodes, every character. I've talked about a lot of regular show. I love this show. But there is one thing that has eluded me, and those are the mini episodes, mini-sodes. There are certain shorts of regular show that have existed during the 8th season run, which are just 2 to 4 minute little mini stories that I want to explore today. Some of which I have seen before, some of which I have genuinely never even heard of, which is very exciting because a guy who has covered so much regular show, anytime I get to see something new, something fresh, that always feels so good. And if you like videos just like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. At 30k, I'm going to be cosplaying as Muscle Man and doing a hot dog eating contest. And if you want a place where you could just talk about your favorite cartoons, movies, games, my Discord will be in the description. It's a great place to hang out. Now let's discuss the forgotten side of regular show. And the first one we got is Ring to Ears, and I honestly thought I had seen this before. Every time I saw that title, Ring to Ears, I thought, yeah, I've seen that before. Apparently, I've never seen this, and it's the very first short, and it's just honestly so hilarious. Mordecai and Rigby are just sitting on the steps, just chatting, being bored at work, and Mordecai just goes like, hey dude, we should write a hit song. And then they just are both like, yeah, we can write a hit song. And then it's just so funny because instead of like any lyrics, they just start going they just start laughing. That's like the preamble to whatever they're gonna do. Benson walks over and he's like, what are you two doing? There is no way you could write a hit song. He even asks everybody in the park, he's like, hey Pops, can Mordecai and Rigby write a hit song? And Pops are like, oh, they can write a song, oh. And Benson's like, yeah, but a hit song? And Pops are like, oh, no. And then Skips is like, no. Muscle Man is like, no. So Mordecai and Rigby are like, we'll show you. And they just head, well, they don't even head there. It's just a cut and they just like drive the golf cart into this recording studio.
Yo, are you the owner of this record company?
Yes.
Well, check this out.
It's so funny. And they're like, yo, are you the owner of this studio? And he's like, yeah, listen to this. And then they get kicked out again. So they're like, I guess we couldn't write a hit song. That's a shame. And so they're like, you know what we can do though? We can write a hit ringtone. Ringtone, pick up your phone. Ringtone, pick up your phone. And
Tone, pick up your phone.
Ringtone, pick up your phone.
Ringtone, pick up the phone.
And I didn't even know that this was the origin of that ringtone that I've heard so many times throughout the show. I didn't know that it was made in this short. This short was a lot of fun. It wasn't doing anything too crazy, but it definitely made me laugh a lot, which, you know, compared to the rest of regular show, when I've seen it so many times, is a nice switch up, because now whenever I'm watching regular show, unless it's like the peak comedy moments, I'm just like, because I've seen it so many times. But seeing something like this, it feels new, it feels fresh, and it's honestly so hilarious. I love this one, and I'm gonna just rank these because why not? So without any others out on the table, Ring to Ears is gonna be at 1 until we find something better. And then the next short we're going to be covering is USA. USA, we're here to stay, but today we're going on a different vacay. This is the USA short that is just a one big freestyle that Mordecai and Rigby go to do. I really like the introduction of this episode where it's just Mordecai and Rigby just, you know, doing their job, and they celebrate throwing away some trash, and Benson is just like, why are you guys always chanting USA? Because, you know, if they are able to do their jobs, they're just USA, USA.
Start the buzzer. Whoa! USA! USA!
And he's like, you guys know that there's other countries, right? And Mordecai's like, of course we know there's other countries.
Guys are always doing the same dumb chant. Maybe you could mix it up for once? You two do know that other countries exist, right?
Of course we know about other countries.
And then they just start walking away while chanting USA, and that's when the rap kicks in, and they just like go to so many different countries, and they say like 1 or 2 sentences about every single country, and it's just hype. It sounds great. I love it.
USA, we're here to stay, but today we're going on a quick vacay to Canada.
Can't get no Canada.
USA, we're here to say, but today we're going on a different vacay to Canada. Can't get no Canada. A Pandada in Canada. It's just so good. It's China. China.
A Canada in Canada?
No Canada.
It's China. Nothing could be finer except they're twice cooked pork. No fork, chopsticks, Irish.
The flow actually goes really good. It actually is a pretty decent song that I can enjoy, and it actually makes me think. Imagine if Mordecai and Rigby wasn't a Cartoon Network show. What if Mordecai and Rigby were just the guys teaching you about history and geological correctness or whatever in school?
Lingo, mingle with the dingo. In Japan, the sumos throw down and get paid.
Watch it, Germany's the place where sausage gets made.
I would love it. And this episode is a great example of that because it's just so much fun. Indonesia, nice to see ya. Living well in Costa Rica. Just stuff like that makes it so hype. Every single reference that they do to each country is honestly pretty funny and works so well. The visuals are fantastic.
Brazil's biological diversity
Rivals what Dubai's got. Talking vertically.
When they get to Antarctica, they see a penguin and they're like, penguin's got no shoulders. Penguin's got no shoulders. And just start pointing and laughing at this penguin with no shoulders. And he just goes, wank.
No shoulders. Where'd your shoulders go? Did you lose them in the snow? Got no shoulders. Penguins got no shoulders.
And then they just take him with them to every single country that they go to after that. And he's just always doing something so nice. They're just on beaches. They're everywhere. The visuals are stunning.
New Zealand.
You give me fuzzy feet and fuzzy feet.
Same with England, Iceland, Greenland, all the
This is by far one of the best shorts that they have ever made. And I mean, I haven't even seen half of them, so I don't know if that's right for me to say. But this one is just so much fun. And it makes me wish that it was a genuine episode where we just got this in an episode and there was so much more build up to it. Because it's just so good. It's just 4 minutes of them rapping about a bunch of different countries. It's wholesome. It's fun. Great visuals. Definitely one of the best shorts that they've ever made. And it's so hilarious. This is going to go at the #1 spot for now, just above Rington Ears.
And no one saw you for 3 months!
Would you believe Papua New Guinea?
No!
Antarctica.
Get back to work! And take this penguin with you!
And then we have the short, whoa! And you're probably wondering why I just did that for so obnoxiously long. That's because that's all this short really is. Mordecai and Rigby make the ultimate basketball shot. They have like the cart and a like basketball rim attached to it, and it's driving away, and they have a slingshot, and they launch the basketball, and it just goes straight into the hoop, and they just start going, whoa!
Whoa!
And just forever, just going to a bunch of different continents and countries. They eventually die. They're at their own funeral. And he's like, Mordecai and Rigby may have died for being too cool or making the sickest possible basketball shot ever. We may never know. They come out of their coffins going, whoa!
All we know is that they're definitely dead. In conclusion...
And they just keep on whoaing everywhere, just whoa, 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 and just keep on going. And then at the end of the episode, Benson's all like, hey guys, you're finally back. Where's the cart? And the cart's just on fire. So they're like, nope, I haven't seen it. It's definitely okay. I think it's funny. I mean, it's just them going whoa in a bunch of different places. So yeah, it's going to be at the bottom of the list in terms of ranking so far, because again, it's just them going, whoa! It made me laugh a few times, especially with the funeral scene, but that's pretty much it. I still think it's a pretty good short. You should still check it out, especially if you like them going, whoa! And then we got another one that I've never seen before, Ninja Shoes, and this one was a lot of fun. Not the craziest plotline again, I mean, they're just shorts, so they're not going to do crazy stuff, but I feel like this short is already better than the episode Wall Buddy, which tackles the same kind of concept. Mordecai and Rigby's room is really dirty, and Benson is telling them that they cannot leave the room until they clean it.
Nobody's leaving until you two clean this room. Don't even think about sneaking out.
What I like about this more is the fact that Mordecai's side is actually dirty, and it could have been a fun exploration of how Mordecai and Rigby would clean their room, and this was fun. They just try to avoid it. Benson goes downstairs just to watch some TV. He's watching a ninja show, and Mordecai and Rigby put on some ninja outfits to try to sneak out of the house. They're doing well. They're doing good. They think Benson can't possibly see them.
Huh?
And then they, get a little bit too in their heads. Rigby runs over and starts pretending to punch Benson using his ninja skills. Mordecai thinks this is hilarious, and he comes over and he joins in.
I will kill every two-armed man I come across.
And they just start like mimicking the things that the show are saying and like fighting each other like midair. And yeah, it's okay. It's not like an actual fight. They're just pretend punching each other for like a minute. And then they're about to actually leave to go to the concert. And then Benson is like, if you don't clean your room, you're fired. And they're like, oh, how'd you know, Benson? How'd you know? And he's like, I can see your reflection in the TV.
If your room isn't clean, you're fired. How'd you know we were here? Your reflection in the TV.
And then they smoke bomb vanish away. It's okay. It made me laugh maybe a couple of times, but I overall think this one was kind of just whatever. I feel like this was one that I would skip if I had seen it more than once because it's just not that crazy. So it's going to go at number 4 for now at the bottom of the list. It's still very okay though. I still prefer this over the entirety of the episode Wall Buddy. And then we have Sick Day, another one that I haven't seen, and also a concept that was never really explored too much in regular show. I'm surprised that they never did an episode where Mordecai and Rigby call in sick to work, and then they have to, try to avoid Benson or something, and that's basically what this is, except it's a very different variation of that, with Mordecai and Rigby calling in sick, being like, Benson, we cannot come into work.
Okay, we can still.
No, I insist. You two slide right into bed.
And so Benson, suspiciously is like, okay, stay home, fellas. And Mordecai and Rigby are like, yeah. And then they start doing a slip and slide in the park. So that plan is already a little bit faulty. I mean, if you're going to, call out from work and then set up a slip and slide that starts in the park, very weird. But either way, they hop on that thing. They're having a great time. They get pizza delivered while they're on there.
Prepaid pizza delivery from Mordecai and Rigby.
That's us!
They get beat by an old woman. All of a sudden, it just like switches up and takes them on a main road, and just chaos ensues where they're just going, they're dodging traffic, they're stopping a criminal, they're helping a lady get her purse back. The mayor shows up and gives them a key to the city. So many different things are happening, and eventually it takes them like through this park or art museum or whatever, and they go flying off a spoon through a sign down into a factory, and they get spewed into like this chocolate and then get put into a jelly bean maker. Yeah, it's a really chaotic short. There's just so many different things happening, and they eventually hit these like 2 boards, and it's to the top of a water tower. The water tower spills and just causes a giant tidal wave to take them all the way back to Benson at the beginning of the meeting.
Aha! I saw you setting up that slide 3 weeks ago, so I changed it last night.
And Benson is all like, aha! I saw you guys setting up that slip and slide 3 weeks ago, and last night I changed it. So all of the chaos was caused by Benson switching up the slip and slide. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's mainly just a bunch of visual gags. It's probably not the greatest, little bit of regular show that you'll ever see, but still, I enjoyed it a lot. I think it was a lot of fun. I'm gonna go ahead and put this above Ninja Shoes. I still think it's better than Ninja Shoes, but it's not the best. It's still really enjoyable. I really like all the visual gags we get. And then we have another one that I have not seen. I have truly been blessed with episodes of regular show that I haven't seen. We have the short Pizza Pouch. And this is, of course, going to be about Mordecai and Rigby wanting some sweet, succulent pizza pouches. They put a couple in the microwave. They go to take a little nibble, and it's just rock solid in the middle, literally like glass. And so this leads Mordecai and Rigby to wonder how they could possibly make pizza pouches, cook all the way through so that everything is evenly cooked. And in Mordecai and Rigby fashion, in regular show fashion, to make it anything but regular, they decide that the best possible way to cook a pizza pouch all the way through is to jump out of a plane so that the pizza pouch is also free falling while it's inside of the microwave so that it cooks all the way around. Yeah, pretty wild. And so they go do this, they jump out of the plane, it's going well, they're just free falling, having a good time, staring at that sweet succulent pizza pouch, and they're about to hit the ground. It's getting scary, it's getting tense, and it all just works out. The pizza pouch lands on the ground, they rush over to go and eat it, they take a bite, and it's too hot. Burns their mouths. Good ending. Just pretty decent. I think this would actually be a pretty good episode if it was expanded upon. It could be an 11-minute episode with something like this, just wanting the best pizza pouch in the world, but they just can't get it to cook right, so they have to do something like this. Feels like classic regular show to me, so I thought it was pretty enjoyable. I'm going to put this one above Whoa! Because I think it's just good fun. It might not be the funniest one, that's for sure, but it just feels like classic regular show to me in just a 3-minute format. I got everything that I needed. And then we have the short, fun run, and it is by far one of the greatest things that regular show has ever produced. It might be even better than a couple of my favorite episodes because it's just so good. You have the song I Ran by Flock of Seagulls just playing in the background as Pops, Mordecai, and Rigby are just doing some gardening, and that is when Pop sees a guy just running for fun. And this just enchants him. He's like, oh, fun, run. Oh, he gets so excited. He puts on his little headphones, slams that just cassette tape into the player, and starts just running. The song choice is impeccable. I Ran is just such a good song. It just works so well for everything that Pops is going through. I walked along the avenue. I never thought I'd meet a girl like you. He's just running, everybody's giving him a thumbs up, everybody's happy for him, and he is just jogging, he's going for a run, he's having a good time, and then we just get to the crazy visuals that go along with the song, like Pop's going into space, Pop's just running, a wolf bringing him a letter, all of these different things happening. Aurora Borealis comes in view. Aurora comes in view. It's just peak regular show. It's peak visuals. It's peak fiction. This is what TV was made for. It's beautiful. It's just lovely. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm just going to be all saying, it's just this, it's just that, it's just perfect, because it so is. And I ran so far away. Pops is the perfect choice for this. He's just going around, running, having a great time. He gets an audience behind him, just following him, and then that beautiful, succulent, sweet ending where Pops ends up at the dock, and you think it's gonna be like a Forrest Gump thing where he turns around and he's like, oh, I've had quite enough. I think I'm going to go home and take a little shilly snooze. But no, instead of that, a bunch of seagulls just grab him, take him, and fly him into the sun. And I ran so far away. So Pops has one time flying into the sun when Rigby punches him in death punchies, and then again in this short, Pops also gets taken into the sun and explodes. So Pops has died to the sun 3 times in the series, and I love this. It's just classic fun. It just makes everything about it so good. And just to mention that everything that's going on with Pops, there's also on the other side Mordecai, Rigby, Benson, Pops, Skips, and Muscle Man all singing the song like they're just lip syncing, but they're all dressed up. It just goes with the actual music video for I Ran. It's just so much fun. Everything that goes with it is just great. And just as a little bonus for you, because we love that sweet succulent copyright, all the clips I've been using is me singing. Could you tell? Could you tell that it was me singing this song? Could you tell? Probably not, because I was just sounding so angelic. Not really, but either way, this short is fantastic. It's going all the way at number 1. There's just no disputing that it's perfect. I'm smiling because I just watched this one for the first time and it's just so beautiful. The next short we're going to be looking at is Tetherball. And this is clearly just a big, Wes Anderson tribute type short because it feels like a Wes Anderson movie. It's just so enjoyable. And by far, this is the regular show, format, episode, mini-sode, whatever you want to call it, that has the most front-facing images of Mordecai and Rigby that I've ever seen. And it will never not look wrong, especially with Mordecai with his big old beak. It just doesn't look right when he's facing you. There's something I don't like about it. But either way, it starts off with Mordecai and Rigby just sitting staring out of the attic, and Benson walks up and he's like, "Mordecai and Rigby, have you cleaned the attic?" And they stare at him and they're like, "No." And he's just like, "Mordecai and Rigby, clean the attic."
Mordecai and Rigby, did you clean the attic?
No.
That was a rhetorical question.
Interesting.
Mordecai, Rigby,
Yeah.
clean the attic.
He walks down, and then they eventually stumble upon this Tetherball trophy. So they want to host just a Tetherball event to see who is going to win the Tetherball trophy, and they invite everybody to that. It's great. God, I wish this was a full episode. I say that about so many shorts because, I know it just doesn't really feel like that because, it's really fast with the ending how Mordecai wins, but this could have been an entire Tetherball episode all focused on this in the same kind of genre, the same kind of format, and it would have felt so good. I crave more sports episodes of regular show because they're just so much fun. I wish we got more of them, but hey, if it has to be in this format, I'll take it in a short form because it's so good. Mordecai and Rigby invite everybody. They're at the Tetherball contest. Eileen is all like, "Tetherball!" And then Mordecai hits it, and Rigby is really short, so he loses. And Mordecai walks away having the trophy. Eileen stands by him. We get some Wrigley. What do you guys call the Rigby Eileen ship? I don't do shipping. Is it like Wriggling? Something like that. We get a moment with that where they're just hugging. It's so sad, but Mordecai at the end of the day, he's all like, "Hey dude," and Rigby's like, "You here to rub this trophy in my face?" And Mordecai's like, "No," and hands him a second place trophy. Happy ending. It's wholesome. It's good.
No, dude. You got second place.
This episode was just a lot of fun. I genuinely wish that this was an 11-minute format because it just works so well. It's hilarious the entire time. You could look at Mordecai's beautiful, sexy, front-facing face the entire time. It's just good fun. I love this one. Honestly, I'm going to put it at number 2 just behind Fun Run. And then we have the one coming soon, and I've only seen clips of this one. I didn't think that it was an actual full-on blown short because it's so good. What an amazing concept. And again, it would have made for such a good full-length episode. Mordecai and Rigby get a package, and it's a little device that can make you sound like, "Coming soon to a theater near you," like a narrator, like just narrating over things.
A movie trailer voiceover guy.
This is so cool. Wait.
For 2 best buds, 1 amazing package. Change their lives forever.
So they just go around harassing everybody. They go to Muscle Man, and he's just grilling, having a good time, and they're like, "In a world where it's okay to grill with a shirt off."
In a world where it's considered okay to grill outside with your shirt off.
What's going on?
And that just makes him feel really self-conscious, and then they just kind of make Benson, hate his life. They just walk up and they're like, "In a world where you could eat a sad lunch all by yourself."
Coming soon, one man eats a sad lunch by himself. Pops Maylard is the man in the tiny hat, and he's got a mustache, and now he's running away.
And they just keep messing with people over and over again, and then all of a sudden, they're not using the narrator device, and a narrator is genuinely talking to them, narrating over their lives, making earthquakes appear, a Godzilla monster to appear.
Earthquakes. Killer snakes. The most deadly submarine ever built. Giant monsters.
And we just get all these different movie references, like a Top Gun reference, just all that stuff with Mordecai and Rigby just continuously being thrust in all these different movie situations. It's a lot of fun. Visually a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. And then eventually they're just driving this car, and the narrator is trying to come up with something great to end it all on, and he just keeps saying stuff over and over again.
Desserts. Wait, I think I can come up with something cooler. Extreme payback.
It's just good, funny stuff. It makes the short even better. And then you get to the end of it where we actually get to see the narrator guy and he's literally just a microphone. This also feels like classic regular show. It's hilarious throughout the entire thing. The roasting at the beginning with Mordecai and Rigby was a lot of fun. And then the narrator actually coming to fruition and just violating Mordecai and Rigby. This is a concept that they should have saved for an actual genuine episode because it's just so unique. It works so well, and I wish we got it, but we didn't. But either way, I'll still take it in short format because I loved this. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was so good. I'm gonna put this probably at number 2, just ahead of Tetherball. And then we got the short break time, which again, I don't know how many times I have to say this. God, why couldn't this just be a full-length episode? This is such a hilarious concept with everybody just working at the park. You know, they're hating their job today because it's just so hard. And then they see what we're working on and they're working on a just landscape of Mr. Maylord's face.
Totally. I mean, how do we even know if it looks like him?
And that actually could have been some great characterization for Mr. Maylord, for him to be like so narcissistic that he would want his face in the park. But we never got things like that. I wish we did because that's such a hilarious concept. They're struggling, so they want to ask Benson for a break. And this is where it just gets so hilarious because they're like, "Hey Benson, can we get a break?" And he looks at them and is like, "A break?" He walks up and then he just starts break dancing. Yeah. No build up to it, just starts hitting those moves, break dancing it up, dancing a little here, dancing a little there. It's amazing. I hadn't seen this one before, which is just so weird to me because I feel like this would be right up my alley. I've seen Benson dancing like this before, like just a PNG of him dancing, usually in that one scene where like Mordecai is asking how would you talk to a girl or whatever, and Benson's like, "Let me break it down for you," and he just starts dancing. I've seen that clip, but I didn't know it actually came from regular show. I thought a fan made that, but no. Benson actually just breaks it down here, starts hitting it, starts grooving it, just doing all these crazy things, and then they're all like, "Whoa!" Benson leaves, and then apparently the god of breakdancing took over Benson's body so that he would be able to dance really good. Tell me that doesn't sound like a perfect kind of regular show episode. That sounds incredible. Why didn't we get something like that as a full-length episode? This short is amazing. There was so many good parts in it. Benson dancing was hilarious. I like that he didn't say anything other than, "You want a break? I'll show you a break," and then just starts hitting moves for a full minute. Perfect. I couldn't ask for anything different. I'm going to put this... God, it's getting hard now because these are actually all really good. I think I'm going to put it above Tetherball, but below Coming Soon.
You all right, man?
And then we have 2001, A Nap Odyssey. Instead of a space odyssey, it's all about everybody just napping at the park. Again, I have not seen this one. I'm so in awe that I haven't seen so many of these. It just makes it so much better for me. And this one is all about how Mordecai and Rigby turn off the artificial gravity machine so that they can float around, and everybody around them is just taking a nap. And I really like the first scene that we get with Mordecai and Rigby just floating around because it's a callback to the episode First Day. Just milk. Cereal. Combine. Well, they're just floating this time, and they're just having good fun, just floating around. Benson eventually wakes up, and canonically, Benson wears little pants to bed. That was very intriguing sight to me. I don't know if anybody else has pointed that out, but I don't know why he wears those when he's naked all the time anyway. I don't know if wearing clothes would make you more comfortable, but either way, go for it, Benson. Benson gets angry and starts floating, trying to get to the anti-grav machine. He eventually does, turns it off, or back on because they had anti-gravity off, so he turns it on and then just yells at them, and that's pretty much the entire episode. I think it's all in good fun. I think it's just a pretty average, casual, regular show shenanigans. It's definitely not the best of anything that I've seen. I'm gonna put it honestly just above below Rigtoneers. Below Rigtoneers. I think that's a good spot. And then we got another one taking place in space, a time loop. In this one, it all starts off with Mordecai and Rigby just walking into the house. They have really high-pitched voices because they just came back from Helium Planet, and they're just talking, chatting it up, having a good time, and then time resets. And then it resets again, and again, and again. And I like how everyone just runs into the room to figure out what's going on, like Benson, Skips, Pops, Eileen, Muscle Man, and instead of like saying what's going on or anything, they just all collectively go
We just did this. Something's weird.
Dude, that helium planet.
as they walk into the room. That was really weird. And then Rigby reveals that he has this orb from another planet that creates a time loop, and so they all have to try to destroy it before time resets, and we get a bunch of different scenes of them trying to destroy it over and over and over and over again, and it never really works, so they just all run away from it, and it just ends with us seeing the dome just keeps getting sucked back in a time loop over and over and over again. And yeah, this one was okay. I think it's just all in good fun. It's not the craziest. I think we get a couple good visual gags here, but overall, compared to a lot of the other ones, it's just kind of meh. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this below Pizza Pouch. And then we got the short robot rap battle, and I've heard of this one. I still had never seen it, and honestly, I was expecting more. It kind of just let me down. I was really expecting more out of something called robot rap battle, but it's just Mordecai and Rigby on this random moon, surrounded by a bunch of different robots, going up against Flowbot, the best rapping robot that there possibly is, and they start off just spitting bars, just basically making fun of the fact that he's a robot, and then this actually kind of got me to chuckle a little bit, because I was not expecting it for the robot. Instead of actually, saying anything, he just starts going 0110001 0110001 and that's about it. And then everybody cheers, but everybody hates Mordecai and Rigby. And then Mordecai and Rigby bust out some more rhymes, trying their best, saying that you don't have a heart, you'll never find love, you're pathetic.
We're made of flesh and blood, you're made of cold steel. You might have the rhythm, but you don't got the feel. Push, push, shove, shove, you will never know love.
You struggle to do anything because you're a robot, yay. And then they still lose because they didn't say anything, so they start just going 011001, and then they say something horrendous about the robot's mother, so the robot starts chasing after him, trying to kill him, and that's pretty much it. It's definitely just okay. I was expecting way more out of it. I was expecting a lot more visual gags, but it's literally just them sitting there doing not their best freestyle work. They've done way better stuff in other episodes and other iterations that was way more enticing than this. This just felt pretty low effort to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this below Sick Day, to be honest. This one was just such a letdown. And then I got the one Synth Buttons, and I was hoping that this one would kind of be a continuation of the planet Synthos, and in a way it is. I mean, more for just the music, more for just the vibe, because Mordecai and Rigby are on a ship going towards the planet Synthos. And if you don't know what planet that is, that was the planet with Gary and David, where we got one of the greatest musical formations in all of regular show in that battle. So yeah, I was expecting something similar, and yeah, they pretty much did that. It's just Mordecai and Rigby start pressing buttons, and they just start jamming out, creating some beautiful synth music. They're just jamming, they start strobe lighting it up. This like pink dragon shows up out of nowhere, puts on some sunglasses, and starts also playing some beats with his nose. This one is just a vibe, nothing too crazy happening. You just gotta sit back, enjoy the visuals, and enjoy the music, and I definitely did. So this short was really good. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna put it all the way above Ring to Nears. And then our final short that we're going to be taking a look at today is the one Space Worm. And this one opens up with Mordecai and Rigby just riding on this worm, and he's just like, thanks guys for saving me, cause we're now best friends.
Saving my life.
Now I'm gonna take you to the coolest place in the universe.
And that continues for a long time. He says he's taking Mordecai and Rigby to the coolest place in the universe, and 16 hours passes by, and they're very sick of this worm. They want to leave at all costs. So they're just trying to convince him to let them go, and the worm's just like, but we're best friends. So they call Skips to come and pick them up, and Skips shows up and is all like, get in, and they get in the car, they drive away, and the worm is just like, best friend. Oh, you guys left me. No.
Man, I can't believe I thought you guys were gonna leave me. Isn't that so? What? No!
And that's pretty much it. That's really all that happens. They're just riding a worm in space, and then they hate the worm, and then they leave the worm, and then the worm freaks out. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. The worm was kind of funny for the first like 20 seconds where he'd like, you guys, thanks for saving me. But after that, I was just kind of done with it. I was just like, this is kind of boring. Doesn't do a whole lot for me. So I'm going to put this one, honestly, below Ninja Shoes. I do not think this one was very entertaining. I think it's pretty bottom of the barrel. And there you have it. Those are all of the regular show mini episodes. They're honestly pretty entertaining for the most part. Even the ones that I didn't like too much, I'm still glad that I got to see them. I will always take more regular show. I love this show. I love the world. I love the characters. And for the majority of them, I was shocked that I hadn't seen them. Some of them are just honestly peak on par with some of the best episodes in the series, just genuinely making me wonder why we didn't get full episodes about these concepts, because they were just that good, just that enjoyable, and I honestly wish we got a lot more of them. But hey, I'm thankful we got any shorts in the first place.